Here we have what is known as a current word problem. We have a boat that's traveling 210 miles in two different directions. So given the different times it's taking for the boat to go downstream and back, we're going to figure out the speed of the boat in still water and the speed of the current. Because we're dealing with miles, hours, and speed, that's another way of saying distance, time, and the rate. So whenever we're dealing with distance, rate, and time, the first equation that should be popping into your head is the distance, rate, and time formula, also known as D equals RT. What I like to refer to as dirt. That's a way to help me remember. So with this equation, we're going to be creating two separate equations talking about the boat going downstream and coming back. So downstream, the current is pushing the boat. So we're going to talk about with the current, what that equation is going to look like. And then against the current, going back upstream. So let's go ahead and look at the information that's given to us in more detail. We are currently looking at miles. The distance downstream is 210 miles. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. And the distance upstream is going to be exactly the same, because whenever you're going from one place to another, hopefully those places aren't moving. Hopefully it's going to be the same distance both ways. So we're going to talk about the rate next. The rate is a little bit interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and put a set of parentheses here to explain why. We are going to have two variables. The variable is the speed of the boat, and the other variable is the speed of the current. So let's think about this for a moment. When we have the speed of the boat and the speed of the current, we're going with the current. So the boat is moving and the current is pushing it. So the speed of the current is being added to the speed of the boat. So the rate with the current is going to be the speed of the boat plus the speed of the current. When it's going against the current, the boat's trying to move, the current is slowing the boat down. It's not going at the speed. So the current is actually taking away from the speed of the boat. So what we're going to have is the speed of the boat subtracting the speed of the current. The time, it tells us exactly, pretty plain and simple, what the time is. Downstream, which is with the current, it takes 10 hours. And the trip back takes 70 hours. So here we have two systems of equations, or a system of equations. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to distribute these values and solve. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you would like to know how to distribute these and solve these, you can go ahead and take a look at part 2 of the video.